Welcome back, Pokemon fans. This is TrueGaimzHD coming at you with another Pokemon Soul Silver Let's Play. In the last episode, we met Mr. Pokemon, received the Mystery Egg, met Professor Oak, and he provided us with the Pokedex and asked us to fill the Pokedex with all different kinds of Pokemon. We managed to battle a red-haired trainer who's stolen a Pokemon from Professor Elm's lab. We've also provided the Mystery Egg back to Professor Elm, and we have asked my mother to save money on my adventure. As you can see, as we step first out onto the first route here, Lyra is actually going to teach us how to catch a Pokemon. Now, she's unaware that I'm a veteran at this game, but for those of you who've never caught a Pokemon, this will be quite the tutorial. At this point, she's informing us that we have to weaken the Pokemon first before we can catch it. It is recommended to bring it down into the red zone of health, and then throw the Pokeball, of course. So here she is. She's going to select her Pokeball. On the bottom screen, it'll actually show you how to go in and select the Pokeball. In this tutorial, obviously, I have the bottom screen hidden. Alright, so she's thrown the Pokeball, and she's actually going to catch the Ratchet in this tutorial. Okay, there we are. Alright, so just like that, it's better to get the health lower, the better. So pretty well, she's going to give us the Pokeball. She's going to give us 5 of them. That way we can start off on our adventure. And she's going to take off with her Marill here. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead, start stepping foot onto this route, and we're actually going to come in contact with a Pidgey at level 4. So I'm going to send out my Cyndaquil here, and I'm going to battle it and try to catch it. Pretty self-explanatory. And as I've already discussed, that Pidgey is also a normal flying type. Looks like Pidgey's gotten the critical hit on me here, and I'm just still trying to weaken the Pidgey down. And I'm going to go ahead and try to throw a Pokeball at it now. I know it's not in the red part of the health, but it's as low as I'm going to get it at this point. Alright, so we now have Pidgey on our team. That's the first Pokemon that I've caught in this Let's Play. As you'll notice, I didn't put the stickers onto the actual 3DS console. It actually crowded the template out, and I would more prefer to have it looking clean. So I'm just going to keep the Cyndaquil sticker there until it evolves, and we'll move on that way. So we already have Pidgey on our team there now, and I'm just going to go in here and heal up some of the Pokemon that I have. Cyndaquil's a little bit low. Okay, heal up the Pidgey there as well. Okay, let's take off here again, and I've just ran into another wild Pokemon. At this point, it's a Sentret. Sentret is a normal type Pokemon, if we've not already discussed this. Okay, I am going to try to catch it, but let's see what happens here. Alright, so one tackle has taken it down a little bit below 1/3. And I've got it into the red zone here. And it looks like I'm misclicked here. Oh well, that's alright. There's going to be plenty of chances to catch Sentret. All along this route, that's where you're going to find it. And we've run into another wild Pokemon here. Okay, it's just another Pidgey. We don't really need to catch more than one of each Pokemon. The only time I'll do that is if I'm looking for a specific nature. Okay, I'm just going to try to tackle it down here, defeat it to gain the experience points. As soon as I get the Ember attack, the better, so. Okay, so let's move on. Let's try to get to our way to Cherry Grove City here. And we've run into another wild Pokemon here. Okay, this time it's a Ratchet, level 2. Let's see if we can try to catch it here. Okay, we've got it down to the yellow. I think if I do one more tackle attack, it may defeat it. So I'm not going to do anything there to destroy this one. Now, whether I train Ratchet up or not, that may be a different story, but... Oh, it looks like I almost had it there. Not weak enough there yet. Okay, one more tackle. Oh, okay. This isn't my day for catching Pokemon, I don't think. Okay, so let's move on here. I think before we go to Cherry Grove, I'll explore up here onto this route. I know that there are Geodudes available up here. In the morning, I think there's Jigglypuffs. I'm not 100% sure. Perhaps a Phanpy, but I'm not sure if I'm remembering Gold or Silver or Heart Gold or Soul Silver. So, Route 46, let's see what we find. Okay, and it looks like it's going to be a Geodude. Geodude is a ground rock-type Pokemon. And of course, my tackle attacks on the Cyndaquil are not going to be super effective, but we're going to try to wear it down as much as possible. These Geodude will have the defense curl, and will continuously try to raise their defenses, so... It would probably go a lot better if we had the Totodile or the Chikorita, but it would be a possibility to also take those out as well, so... Well, not take those out. We would take out the Geodude with those types, so... We'll just keep trying to tackle it here. Obviously, I'm not going to go for any Leer attacks, as it's just going to keep lowering the defenses. I'm going to go with the Smoke Screen here, so that way it may have the opportunity to miss. Okay, so let's try to go for the tackle here. Keep trying to lower the health on that Geodude. Okay. Looks like I'm trying to do the Leer. As I had mentioned before, I am narrating this after I've recorded, so I do apologize. And if I start laughing, it's just more for the entertainment, so... Okay, I'm gonna keep trying to tackle this Geodude here. Okay, I'm gonna try the Pokeball. Okay, so we've caught Geodude. Now, Geodude is going to be the third Pokemon on my team at this point. So right now we have Cyndaquil, the Fire type, Pidgey, the normal Flying type, and we have Geodude, the Rock Ground type. Okay, so that's 3 out of the 6 that we can carry. So I'm just going to try to see what else we can find. I know that there's Sparrow on this route as well. It looks like Cyndaquil's looking in the depths and shivering. That's not very good. Okay, let's keep going here. Okay, looks like it's another Rattata. Let's see if I can catch this one instead of fainting it like the last. Okay, so we're going to keep going with the tackle attacks here. Obviously, that's the only attack that I have. Without having the Ember attack at this point, that's all I can do. Okay, so this Rattata has the Quick Attack, and that is going to do quite an amount of damage to my Pokemon. So let's see if I catch it this time around. Level 4 isn't so bad to have on a team, so... Okay, so it looks like Rattata is joining the party at level 4. And it's the 4th Pokemon in the party, so... Okay, so now that we have Rattata... Just look through here just to see. Yeah, so that is the 4 Pokemon. So I'm just going to leave this route here, Route 46. I'm going to go back onto the route to go to Cherry Grove. Okay, I'm probably going to run into a few Pokemon here. But before that, I'm just going to get this Apricorn. I think it's a green Apricorn, yep. Okay, now that we have this Apricorn, we'll be able to move on. Now, I really want the Sentret. Now, the reason why I want the Sentret is so that way I can put it in the PokeWalker. As I had stated before, I am playing this onto a 3DS with capture device that I purchased from 3dscapture.com. And I'm just going to pair it up with the PokeWalker and try to get some Pokemon here that you wouldn't normally have in a Let's Play. Most people play by ROMs or emulation. Obviously, it's not the case with me, and I can actually obtain different Pokemon. So, now anything that I do with the PokeWalker, I am going to have the top screen appear in the Let's Play. If you do wish to see the bottom screens, you can definitely let me know, and I can definitely try to get those incorporated into the template here that I have. But as it is, the PokeWalker originally wasn't something that I was planning on using, but seeing as how I'm using the actual console, I'm going to try to see if I can go for a Kangaskhan or a Doduo, and eventually work my way up to Blue Lake, where I can maybe get a Dratini or a Krabby, but we'll see. The PokeWalker is based off of how many steps you've had, how many watts you've collected, and basically you have to try to unlock the different levels. So with this here, I've gone through, this will be the first episode where I use the PokeWalker, and I'll discuss that a little bit more there nearing the end. So right now as it is, I'm just going to stock up on some Pokeballs and some potions, also some antidotes as well. So that way, if I get poisoned or anything like that, I can heal my Pokemon. Potions, obviously self-explanatory, and Pokeballs, well, you just have to have them. I definitely want to have some better Pokemon on the team, but I also want to have some stuff that is different, something that you wouldn't normally see at this stage in the game, so we'll see what happens. Now, as I do have the Wi-Fi ability as well, I should be able to battle and trade with other people. At this point, I am actually kind of doing a co-op play along with LadyJirachi. Her link will be in the description. At this point, as I upload an episode, she uploads an episode. And we're also going to try to do some trades and maybe some battles at some point. I believe she had chosen the Chikorita. Myself, obviously, the Cyndaquil. Sorry, I always choose Totodile. In this one rare instance, I'm using Cyndaquil. So, as I've said, be sure to check out LadyJirachi. Again, her link will be in the description. And we'll be sure to try to have some battles there and upload both sides. So at this point, I've just deposited a few Pokemon here, and I'm just checking the status of my Cyndaquil. At this point, I'm just going to go ahead and save, and that way my progress will be saved. In the next episode, we will continue on the Route 30, go past Mr. Pokemon's house and try to get to Violet City. That's where the first Pokemon gym is, as well as Bellsprout Tower, but we'll go ahead and see from there. Now, I always double save. Just a habit of mine. I don't like to think that maybe I forgot to save. I've done that before, and I've maybe played an hour or two, and I've lost some progress in the past, so I'm just going to go back to the home screen of the 3DS console, and we're just going to go through here and reload the game. As I stated, I want to use the PokeWalker, so alright, so let's load it back up here. Alright. I am going to skip through the intro here. There's no point in seeing it. Okay, and I'm going to go down to the option for PokeWalker here. Obviously, the top screen's black at the moment. Okay, so right now I'm going to go for the stroll. And I'm going to go through and see what Pokemon are available to send to the PokeWalker. So there's the Sentret. I am going to choose Sentret here. And I'm actually going to send him off to the Refreshing Field. Now, Refreshing Field, there are Doduo, Kangaskhan, Nidorino male, Nidoran male, Nidoran female. There's also a few other Pokemon there as well. Alright, so now my Sentret's in my PokeWalker, and I'm going to go ahead and have a little bit of a stroll. So thank you very much for watching there today. My question for you today is, what do you think of the Nintendo 2DS? Please post your comments in the description below, and have a great evening, ladies and gentlemen.